Um, yeah, well, I mean, like coming to Peru was new for me, but being welcomed with open arms by the maestros was pretty amazing, and um, not knowing these people and just being shown like unconditional love and understanding for what we're about to go through was pretty. Um, you don't get that from traditional psychology. You don't get that like empathetic feeling from anybody who is taking money from you to try to help you, so to say. So to come in and get a hug and just feel really welcomed in their village and their homes is that was one thing that really took me for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did this experience in any way like compare to any expectations or thoughts you had about how it would or would not go?
Yeah, I had a lot of obviously just anxiety coming here for the last 3 months that we've been talking before, and just maybe going down the YouTube rabbit hole trying to figure out what I might be in for, and then other people's experiences, because it's totally the unknown with what we just went through. And yeah, I was a little hesitant, but I was made super comfortable by yourself and by the maestros when I came here that this wouldn't be like scary in any way, and it was more about the love and acceptance and the intentions. So that put me a lot at ease. It's the reason I wanted to come here. Yeah.
Are you comfortable sharing anything about like intentions that you had coming into this?
Yeah, absolutely. My intention was, after 23 years of doing pharmaceuticals and psychology and psychotherapists and everything, and having survived what I did back in the day, there's not really anything for such an event like surviving a train wreck or somebody who survives a plane crash. There's no protocol for that to heal. So I tried everything that Western medicine could throw at me. At one point I was like Toby, where I was on 13 to 14 pills a day of just antipsychotics and pain meds, and just trying to do what my family and friends expected of me, because it's Western medicine. They're a doctor, they're going to recommend, they're going to help you, but the doctors just wanted to prescribe me more and more without connecting to my broken heart or the soul that was disconnected from my body, and more just masked those feelings with just more pills and more talk therapy. And I understand exactly who I am and what had happened, but it didn't make sense in my mind still. So every night I was trapped in a nightmare. So this was the one thing that I've seen people and heard testimonials of people beating heroin addictions and beating just their addictions that limited them so much in life. And I wanted to try something that was atypical, and learning that it was 10,000 years old, and the amount of history that goes back into using these ancient medicines that humans have used down here for so long. It just seemed like it made more sense than anything else out in Canada could throw at me, other than keep me numb. And being numb, I couldn't live like that anymore, and it was the choice between not being here or trying something like this to break me out of that way of thinking. So
Do you want another Mapacho?
absolutely. Do you want one?
I'm good for right now. I'm gonna smoke my pipe a little later.
Yeah, these are really good.
So you're in the unique position of having gone through our microdosing program to help you prepare for coming here.
Yes.
What do you feel like helped you the most to prepare for this, or in what ways do you feel like the microdosing helped you, if at all?
The microdosing definitely helped. It opened up my brain to the way I've been acting for the last 20 years with like the journaling prompts and intention setting and affirmations. And I know we've talked about that kind of sounds corny, but when you're like, well, no, I'm doing this because I don't know why I'm doing it. It's just a reaction, and recognizing that I was just following the same trends over and over again, trying to numb myself. But using the microdosing, I became very much more aware of my body and how I was reacting to things. I realized that I was a reactive person and only reacting and not proactively thinking about my life and my family. And that's why I was having so much difficulty, because I was just stuck in this timeless loop for 23 years of doing the same thing. It's like, get better, fall down, get better, fall down, get better, fall down. And it started to get really frustrating for me and wear down on my soul, because I just wasn't getting any better. And I know there's a lot of people out there that think like, well, the doctors know everything and you should just follow them, but they don't know everything. Tell you that for sure. And the microdosing just gave me enough energy and a little bit more connectivity to my subconscious, where we're having honest conversations with ourselves. And that little voice in the back of my head quieted down quite a bit on like, yeah, I don't have to try to kill myself. I can do this, and I can really move forward in life. So there's something else out there through these plant medicines, and with all that and doing it with my wife, I could see what I was doing to my family by being stuck in this loop. And I just got to the point where I'm sick of it. I wasn't having any more of it. So I think it definitely opened me up and made me super accepting of the medicine as I came here, where I let my guard completely down the first night, and I was able to have incredible insights.
What do you think is going to be different when you go home?
Well, I don't think my parents or my friends, or especially my wife, is going to understand that I'm genuinely happy right now. And while I've been very sad for so long, I think it might be a little bit of an adjustment period for them to just not think I'm just going to fall back into the same rhythms that I was in before, because I'm definitely not the same person I was when I went into the jungle. I've come out like clean and put so many things that were in the forefront of my brain and right behind my eyes that were just literally making me blind to living a life that was here and now and in the present, and able to put those back in the past where they belong so I can move forward. So I think there's going to be like probably a couple-week adjustment where they're going to expect me to be mad and frustrated and angry for some reason. And I think after a month or two, when they realize that's not going to happen, it's really going to kick in for them.
What are you looking forward to in terms of things being different as you go home?
I'm looking forward to having that time to do exactly that and show them that I'm not going to be the reactive type of person that I was before, because I don't have that pain behind my eyes right now. And I'm looking back right now to just a few days ago, where I was so much pain in my face and it was ever present behind my eyes, and now I look at it, it's a distant memory. It's exactly where it should be, as a 23-year-old memory. And it's hard to get focus on details right now, because everything was like hyper crystallized with details and everything that had happened. And now I don't look at it as like something that happened to me. It happened to me a long time ago. And being able to sleep without that right behind my eyes, without the nightmares. I mean, like, been waking up, having great sleeps, and waking up happy, you know, and not just happy, but like I'm content. I'm not upset from the night before, and you know, I'm actually dreaming again, which is really cool, because I can start to make sense of my dreams instead of just being like having my wife come in every morning, how'd you sleep? It's like, well, I had more nightmares last night, so I didn't sleep. It's like, oh, I slept 8 hours, I had weird dreams, but I was sleeping, and I know that my dreaming is me hitting REM sleep and actually putting the things that need to be put away in my brain. So it's starting to work like my brain again. And I'm super thankful for that, and I'm very happy, and it makes me feel like I'm going to be, you know, A1 dad again. You know, I'm stoked to be around my kids, and I'm stoked to replay the relationships in my family, because I can actually have an honest conversation with them again. That's not halfway through a conversation, I gotta go smoke 3 joints just because it's bringing up so much anxiety. I gotta numb my dopamine receptors out just so I can get through a conversation. And yeah.
What would you have to say to another veteran or kind of trauma survivor who's maybe scared of coming down to a place like this, or scared of doing ayahuasca but knows that they could need it?
I was definitely just traveling and being a little hesitant on coming to a new country. There's definitely that, like, travel anxiety, right? But after the first night, when you take your first ceremony, and it's a light dose, it's a light ceremony, and you're surrounded by love, and you know you're taken care of, you know that when you take this, it's not scary, it's welcoming, it wants you to be here, it wants to heal you. It's not a out of body, I'm going crazy experience. You still have full control of your body, you feel everything in your body, you're not I don't know how to say, you're not out of control. You have complete control of your body, and with that and your intentions, you can definitely set yourself up to process what you really need to process and put those files back in order, you know. And I wouldn't be hesitant at all if you're scared to try the ayahuasca. It's like welcoming. It wants you to heal you. There's nothing about it that's evil or going to make you wanna, you know, like, not like some after effects of pharmaceuticals that make you have voices in your head that you shouldn't be here and stuff like that. It's like the exact opposite. It's like, you need to be here, you want to be here, and we're going to show you that you love yourself, you know. So it's hard to say. The thing that's scary about it is it's going to show you so much about yourself, that you love yourself and how much you love everybody in your family and around you, that you might not be used to it because you've been living a reactive lifestyle that's been very damaging and traumatic.
Any closing thoughts? Any other things you want to share, just about anything there?
No, this place is absolute magic. The Pucallpa is a very interesting city for sure, and you know, for any veteran who's traveled around the world, it's definitely got a host of life. But you can see the people are happy, and for the most part. And when you get out and you go up the river into the Amazon jungle, and you see all the animals, and you hear the sounds of all the nature at night, and you know, and being able to sit here with you and the other people who participate in the program and share their thoughts and what they've gone through also, you see that you're part of a bigger story in this world, and you deserve to be here. Is like, there's nobody who's gone through trauma who doesn't deserve to be here. That's a common theme with veterans, where it's like, oh, somebody else needs that more than I do or something. It's like, no, I mean, like, if you got something that you need to solve and Western medicine isn't solving it for you, definitely coming down here with somebody like yourself and the retreat center is just, it's definitely what you need, especially if you're trying to help your family, your kids, just understand who you are. And yeah, that's, I don't know, love and understanding is highly underrated in our society, and here it shows you that you have that for yourself, and you find that within yourself. And once you do that, you can heal your traumas and start to really heal, and that just carries on to your children, that carries on to your family, carries on to your mother and father who are always worried about you, you know, your kids who are worried about you. And when you come out of the jungle, I came out with so much love and understanding for myself and what I've gone through, that looking back, I don't have any hate for myself, even for all the mistakes I've made. I'm like, I did my best with what I had with the circumstances, and now I'm able to heal and go forward and make a few of the wrongs a right now that I can, and I can move on from where I was, because I was blinded by the PTSD. And now that the PTSD is back in its rightful home in the past, I don't have to live in fear of making more mistakes.